Good morning, guys. It is Monday, so it's Monday morning chats with Sack, and Sack is me. I hope that you guys had a great weekend, and it's March. So if you have any type of goals that you would like to accomplish for this new month, I hope that you accomplish those, and I don't care how big it is, still go after it. I wanted to discuss support. Like, what does support mean? What does support look like? And the reason why I wanted to talk about that briefly today is because I had a nice conversation with a family member yesterday, and that's what we discussed. We discussed support and with family, support with friends, support with colleagues, just support around the board regarding different things that you may encounter throughout your life and how support is very important. The thing that I've learned in my life, and I'm 33, so the thing that I learned in my life is that people may appreciate the gift that you purchased them. Maybe they buy you a gift for your birthday or maybe some type of special celebration. But sometimes with certain gifts, you outgrow those. Maybe it was an outfit and now you can't fit it, or maybe it's a card that you maybe replace. But I can tell you that people remember that you showed up. And I think people lose this idea that support just means, oh, if I just buy them a gift, that's okay. Or if I just come there one time, that's okay. Support doesn't mean about the gifts that you purchase. It's the idea of being present. And I think sometimes we lose that. And the one thing I could tell you is that it's 24 hours in every day. And you make the decision to determine how you're going to live out those 24 hours. Now, some people are not granted 24 hours every single day because somebody's losing their life every second that we're here on this earth. And I really believe that with 24 hours in a day, you could do so much. You could sleep, you can party, you can go shopping, but you could spend time with people that you care about. And spending time doesn't mean, hey, this person needs to come to my house or I need to come to their house. You know, what you could do with not just spending time, but reaching out. A small text message can go a long way. Just say, hey, I was thinking about you and I hope that you're okay. Or a 2-minute car ride, 2-minute call while you're driving to say, hey, how are you today? And is today better than yesterday? It's little things like that. And I just feel like in today's society, we lost the human touch to care for somebody else, to say, hey, I just want to make sure that you're okay. And the one thing I'll get from some people, like, well, this person hasn't called me in a long time, so the hell with them, I'm not going to reach out. But I'm telling you, you never know what some people are going through, and sometimes they may not even have the strength to reach out. Now, you have to have discernment. Now, if you're friends with someone or a family member that just never reaches out at all, then yes, you can make that decision to say, hey, I'm not going to reach out to this person. But if you've been reaching out to this person has been reaching out to you, and then suddenly there's like some type of ghost moment, it could be for various reasons. And it's okay to reach out and say, hey, I'm just checking up on you. I'll give you a prime example. One of my good friends that we used to work together, I didn't hear from him in a while. And I'm like, we usually check up on each other, make sure that we're like okay. And when my uncle died, he would check up on me and say, hey, how are you taking it? Are you okay? And some days are good, some days are not good. And grieving is a thing where you just don't get over it. You just learn how to cope and you learn how to live every day, because every day is a new day. And at one point, I didn't hear from him. I'm like, I hope he's okay. And then I found out that his grandmother passed away. And I'm glad that I reached out because I was like, hey, I just want to check up on you. Like, are you okay? Happy. Sorry about that. And I was like, happy holidays. And if I never checked up, I would have assumed that, hey, we're not friends anymore because this person is not reaching out to me. But support. Are you the support to your friends as a support that you demand? In other words, if you're demanding all the support, are you giving it out to other people? A lot of times we're asking for so much of people that we can't even reciprocate. And so my challenge to you is reach out to a family member that you haven't talked to in a while. They may be going through something and say, hey, I just want to check up on you, see how you're doing. I do these random things where at my desk, if I have like a 5-minute moment or whatever, I'll get my phone out. I'll just reach out to people like, hey, I'm just checking up on you. I just want to let you know that I love you and I'm proud of you and I hope that you have, I hope that you're doing well. And I just keep it like that. If they respond, yay. If they don't, hey, at least they see the text message and I did my due diligence for the day. I don't want kudos points. I don't want somebody to give me a card for that. It's just called being a human being. And I think a lot of times, some people really forget that. Like, it's okay to be a human being. It's okay to ask somebody how they're doing. It's okay to check up on people. You may not have to check up on this person every 5 minutes, but just a small kind gesture can go a very long way. Or even an email. Hey, how are you? Just checking up on you. Or hey, I read this article and I thought about you. I just wanted to send this your way. Small gestures can have huge impacts on people. So what is a huge impact that you're leaving on people? Are you that person that sucks the life out of everybody? Or are you the person that brings life to other people? Think about that. But support means a lot. I'll give you one example. This is tax season for me. I'm really busy at times, and really busy means that I don't work the typical 40-hour week. It's more hours, and I go to bed late at times, and sometimes I may go to bed at 1:30 or 2 o'clock, just depending on the work that I have to get done. And then I like to read. I like to have a life, but tax season consumes me around this time. However, no matter how busy I am, no matter how much work that I have on my plate, I make time for the people that I care about. And I told myself that when I was in law school, I didn't really have enough time because I was so focused on graduating. And so while I was pursuing my academics, I said that after I was done finishing all my degrees, that I'm going to make sure that I can't get that time back to celebrate with family and friends. I can't get that time back. However, once I'm done, I'm going to make sure that I make it a priority to spend time with family. Now, there's some things that I just cannot go to because maybe I was told at the last minute and I made prior plans, or it could just be for various things. However, I make time for the people that I care about. So I don't care if it's tax season or not. Hey, if I'm really cool with you, I love you, you're a close friend and family, if that means that I have to stop preparing tax returns at a certain time to make sure I go to your event, and then I pick up taxes that next morning, I would do that. Or if it's a friend that says, Sakina, I just need somebody to talk to. 10 minutes, 20 minutes out of 24-hour day is not going to hurt me. Nor would it hurt my clients. I could easily say, hey, I know that we scheduled this call at 9 p.m., but I have an emergency that I had to attend to. Let's reschedule tomorrow. A reschedule doesn't hurt. But it's all about being there. And why is that important? Because I have people that are there for me. So who are you? Are you that support that you need? If you're not, you need to check yourself and say, hey, what can I do differently? Be that support that you need for others and just be a good person. It doesn't hurt to be a good person. So I challenge you today to reach out to someone and say, hey, I'm checking up on you. Next, tell somebody that you're proud of them. You will be surprised when people hear those words. Hey, I am so proud of you. Some people don't hear it. Some people feel like if they say it to themselves that they're bragging, but sometimes you got to be your own cheerleader and say, hey, I'm proud of you, girl, or I'm proud of you, boy. You are doing the thing. But reach out to somebody and say, hey, I'm proud of you. And then lastly, reach out to somebody and say, hey, I have your back. Now, you have to say that if you really have this person's back. But reach out to a person and say, hey, I have your back. And I'm here for you if you need me. And you'd be surprised. And last nugget. If you know someone that is grieving, don't ever tell them, hey, call me if you need me. When someone's grieving, they don't have any energy. Don't tell them to call you. You just call them. Or send them a card. Send them a text message and say, hey, I'm checking up on you. They're not going to ever be okay. It's just that one day may be better than the next. But just say, hey, is today a little better than yesterday? That's important. Or just say, hey, I'm going to be a listening ear for you. Tell me what's on your mind. And if you're thinking about them, you could reach out and say, hey, if you're at the supermarket, just say, hey, I'm picking up groceries. Hey, do you like chicken wings or chicken breasts? I want to pick you up a bag and maybe cook it for you. Little stuff like that goes a very long way. But again, we just lost our human touch. When can we get that back? I believe in breaking generational curses. I believe, most importantly, of being a good person. And I'm a good person whether there's cameras around or no cameras around. But be a good person. It doesn't hurt. But first, support the people that you care about. That is so important. Never forget to be a good person. You'd be surprised who's watching you. And always be kind. So I hope that you accept those challenges. The challenges that I gave you, I also gave myself. And I'm going to kick it up a notch. I live in Philadelphia. I'm from Philadelphia. I don't live there now. And I need to make sure that I attend more of my younger cousins' celebrations. That's my challenge for me. So the ones that are like 3, 5, and 7, I want to make sure that I'm more present and see them more, because I don't see them as much as my cousins that are my age. So that's my challenge for myself. Making sure that, hey, if there's a block party and I have time, I am there. But yeah, never stop being a good person. I hope that you guys have a fantastic Monday. I hope that you guys have a fantastic week, and just know that you can do anything that you put your mind to. Never allow someone to tell you that you can't do it. Man, today is March 2nd. It's a new month. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Never let other people put limitations on you. You only put limitations on yourself, but don't do that. If you're scared about accomplishing something, hey, do it scared. I do stuff scared all the time. And lastly, don't listen to what other people say. If it's something on your heart, do it. Take care, guys. Have an awesome week.